What's good, everybody on YouTube? This is your boy Akil McLeod back with another video, and today I'm gonna share some of the stuff that sold on eBay. So far I only have eBay orders, nothing on Poshmark sold yet, so I'm gonna definitely try and share my closet at least a couple times today because Poshmark sales for me have been super slow. So like I said, I'm gonna try to share it, try to do some activity. I might list a couple items on there as well, but for the most part it's really just eBay sales that's going out today. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing going out is this pair of Nike Air Vapor Max. These are the 2019s. Pink and white colorway, size 6 for women. These are really dope. I picked these up from Ross and I believe these were $49.99, and they sold on eBay for $100. And the reason why I love selling shoes for over $100, and that's particularly athletic shoes, is because you save a ton of money on fees. You only have to pay the PayPal fee, and that's just about 3%. So that's why I like to sell shoes on eBay, and I made a decent amount of profit on these. These were actually sitting for a while, so probably if it wasn't a larger size, these might have done a lot better, but since it was a size 6, it was a little tough. What it is, I'm still glad that these are going out and, you know, making some decent profit on these. Next item going out is this pair of shorts from the brand Cool. These are like some hiking shorts. Got some cargo pockets on here, and I love selling this brand. Cool was definitely one of my favorite brands to sell when I was in Cali. I would find this at least a few times a week, and this one was in a size 32. Barely any problems with this. It did have like a minor stain on here, but for the most part, Cool is one of those brands that even if it does have, say, a minor little flaw, a little hole, it'll still sell for at least $30. So that's what this one sold for. Like I said, it did have a minor stain on here, and I picked this one up for only $3 or $4. So this was definitely a really good sale for me. If you guys aren't familiar with this brand, I'll show you the logo. You could get a close-up of that. But anytime I see anything from this brand, either men's or women's, I usually always pick it up, and it usually sells pretty quickly. This one sold within about 2 or 3 weeks. Next up, we got this blazer from the brand Daniel Cremieux, and this was actually a surprise for me because blazers have not been selling that well for me at all, but I think because this one is actually constructed from Loro Piana fabric, made this one a little more appealing, a little more enticing for buyers. And I had this listed for $40. I got a best offer of $30 plus shipping, and I just went ahead and accepted that one because, like I said, blazers have not been selling for me that well. I have a couple bins full of blazers. Some are priced moderately, anywhere between $30 and $50. Then of course I have some higher end ones that's in the hundreds, but so far blazers are moving very slow, and that's the norm. Around this time of the year, blazers don't really sell that well, especially since it's getting closer to summer. But this one is definitely more of a summer fabric, more spring and summer ready. So this one is going out today, and hopefully the rest of these blazers, hopefully I'm done with these by the end of the year. But there's going to be very limited amount of brands I'll be picking up from now on. I used to grab a ton of blazers, but I'm kind of overselling clothes at this point, so I'll just wait it out until the right buyers come along. But if you guys can find anything from Daniel Cremieux that's Loro Piana, expect anywhere between, you know, maybe $40 to $50. I just took a best offer on this one for $30. This jersey was a really quick sale. I picked this one up from Burlington when Burlington was 50% off. I'm not sure if they're still doing that 50% off sale, but the one in my area opened up last weekend, and I picked this jersey up for about $8, and it sold for I think $30. Either $30 or $39.99. I'll put the screenshot up on the screen, but this one is in a size medium, and I probably would have kept this one if it was a size small, but the medium fit me a little too long. But these jerseys actually mimic the UNC to Chicago Jordan ones that came out a couple months ago. Let me just show you guys the back of this one really quickly. So like I said, it mimics those Jordans perfectly. It has the bread colorway in the front, and then it has the blue and black, that UNC blue in the back of it. So somebody that's picking this one up, it probably is going to somebody that owns those UNC to Chicagos. It might be picking them up later on, or they might just really like the jersey and they don't care about those shoes. But either way, I'm glad these sold this quickly. I was kind of hesitant at first because I thought it was going to be flooded, but this one sold really quick. And next up, we got this Fight Night Round 2 on the Xbox. This is actually the Platinum Hits, and I was telling you guys in a previous video, gaming related stuff is selling like crazy. This same exact game probably was selling for like $2 a few months ago, but now people are buying up video games like crazy, and this one sold for $9. So not a ton of profit, but just a really quick turnaround, so I was glad about that. And this is actually sitting in my death pile for a while, so I'm just glad to see it gone so quickly. Next thing going out is this brand new in the package, this Yahtzee game. I was telling you guys before, anything gaming related is selling, but even these vintage like handheld games are really booming right now. This one actually sold, believe it or not, this one sold for $69.99. Now when I first picked this up, I think I got it from the thrift for maybe $199. So I was super excited when I seen this, because when I seen the comps, I seen that they were kind of all over the place. Some people were selling these brand new in the package for 30 bucks, some were selling it for 20. But I seen some other comps that were priced way higher, and of course on Amazon these are probably selling for even more. So I figured, let me just price mine somewhat competitively so I can still get a decent amount of profit on these, and these actually did sell on eBay. So I'm glad these are going out. I made a good amount of profit on this. If you guys can find any of these handheld games, definitely pick them up, because some of them are not selling for that much profit. This one is kind of an outlier. Others like this one right here, this one is selling for probably about 15 to 20 bucks. So if you can find any of these games from thrift stores right now for like 2 or 3 bucks, definitely pick it up. It's not a ton of profit, but it's a really good, it's going to be a quick flip. So if you don't mind making some smaller profits and just making money quickly, focus on stuff like this. And next up is this pair of linen pants from the brand Beard McNutt. These are, I think I picked these up for maybe $2 or $3 from Dillard's. The Dillard's in my area was closing, so they had a huge liquidation sale, and all of the pants that I picked up were no more than $2.75, and I believe this was part of that bundle. They were either $2.75 or maybe $1.75, so I made a decent amount of profit on these. Right now people are buying, I'm getting more sales on brand new with tags items. And this, like I said, this was just from that huge liquidation haul of stuff that I had. So I'm glad that this one sold as quickly as it did. I knew around this time of the year is when they would sell, so it was a big investment up front at first, but I definitely made a decent amount of profit. So I'm definitely be on the lookout for any liquidation sales in your area. I know right now JCPenney is going through bankruptcy. J. Crew as well is going through bankruptcy, so we might be able to scoop up a lot of stuff on liquidation in our respective areas, because of course wholesale is always an option, but liquidation is even better. Next up, we got a pair of waffle racers, and these are in a size 8.5. I actually had a few pairs of these, and I picked these up from the Nike outlet. I don't even remember how much I got these for, because I know they were definitely on sale. So no more than 30 bucks I paid for these. Now I actually sold them for $115. I actually just changed the price so the buyer can pick these up. These are actually going out to Canada, and the buyer just asked me to if I was offering international shipping, because the global shipping program was really expensive for them. So in order to just convert the sale, I did the math. Even with the cost of shipping, I'm probably gonna just make $5 less than I would if I just shipped them domestically for the same price of $100. So it is what it is. Still made a decent amount of profit on these, and I'm just glad to see these go, because size 8.5 isn't the best size for me. Sometimes it sits for a very long time, and I had a size 11 and a size 12, and those sizes sold a lot faster. So I'm glad to see these are gone. Another item that just sold that I forgot to tell you guys was actually this Wii nunchuck. I already packaged it up and put the shipping label on here already, and this one sold for $9.99. So it's not a ton of profit, but the Wii nunchucks, anything like Wii related, Wii controllers, anything Nintendo related for real has been selling like crazy for me. So just a quick $10 transaction, probably $4 or $5 in profit on there, because I believe I had got a bunch of these stuff for free. I had so many gaming related stuff in a death pile that I really wasn't excited about listing, but times like right now, people are buying up gaming stuff like crazy, so I just started to list a lot of these things, and it's selling. So not a ton of profit, but it is what it is. The small sales still add up. I actually had one more order to ship out, but that order actually just got canceled. The long story short, the buyer just experienced some buyer's remorse, and they asked me to cancel the order. And just a quick tip for you guys that wasn't familiar with this: when it comes down to canceling an order, it's really simple, it's really easy, but the downside is the fact that the buyer gets their full refund, but as the seller we still lose out on that PayPal fee. Now the PayPal fee is just about 3%, and depending on how much that item costs, it could be anywhere between 50 cents, or it could be as high as maybe $5 or $10. Who knows? It really just depends on the item. But for me, the item was 80 bucks, so I'll just throw up the amount that I actually lost on the screen. But if this keeps happening annually, a lot of people are going to continue to just kind of shift away from PayPal, because the thing with PayPal is that they don't refund that processing fee. And I actually called someone from PayPal, and they told me the reason why they don't refund the PayPal fee it's because they already did the service and they processed the payment. So if they have to cancel it, that they won't be able to refund you that fee. So just keep that in mind as well. Sometimes it's a headache, but for me, I just try to chalk it up as cost of business because cancel orders happen. And to be honest, I actually prefer to just cancel an order instead of having to deal with a return, because sometimes buyers either wear the shoes, they damage it, they ship it back badly, and then I won't be able to kind of make the same amount of money. So I rather just deal with just quick cancellations as opposed to returns, but it is what it is. It's just regular cost of business. So drop a comment if this has happened to you. Let me know how your sales are doing in the comment section, and if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
They know what I'm on. Stop with the and give me the strong. Hey, let's go. First back in the day, and so I can't complain. For all the times I pray carnivores don't come take. Cause it's poppin' up opportunists, I can't salute it. They raising red flags instead of raising solutions. I'm trying to do what's best for me. Okay, right hands on the wall because it's destiny. First time I own, but right hand man ain't nothing left for me. I left him, see, you can't hold me back like elementary. What's meant for me